What's going on, beautiful people? It is Monday, January 11th, 2021, man. Glad you made it. Welcome back, everybody. It's Monday, January 11th, dude. Where does the time go, man? I hope you guys have all had a great weekend. I hope you guys have all been safe and sound wherever you are. I hope you guys had a ton of fun. I know I did. I needed to rejuvenate the batteries, get some more juice in the battery, and, get excited for Monday again. And here we are. Ready to rock and roll, baby. Let's do it. Let me just get a sip of this coffee right here. Man, oh man. Where do I want to begin with you guys? Where do I want to begin? A lot of things to discuss. I might not get through everything today, but we got the whole week. We got the whole week. No rush. This whole week, we're going to just take it easy. Just ride this whole week, actually, is all about being chill. It's all about being chill. It's all about being relaxed. It's all about taking our time, right? So let me recap and get started with Friday. Friday evening, at around 5, 6, your boy starts to, get a little bit of antsy-pantsy around the house. He's like, I gotta socially distance myself from myself, dude. Been getting a little bit too close to myself. Need to get out of my headspace, need to get out of my room, need to get out of my apartment, get outside, give some love, get some love, come back and get focused and re-energized. But before I head out on Friday, I'm like, can't leave the house on an empty stomach, dude. You gotta cook yourself something. You gotta get something to eat, right? I'm like, okay, let's put on a little bit of jazz music. Let's just cook in the kitchen, enjoy some nice pasta, dude. I'm in the kitchen, right? I've already made... So what I do before I cook, I've actually gone ahead and chopped a little bit of onions and saran wrap that bad boy, put it in the fridge so it's ready whenever I need to cook. Got a little bit of chopped onions. Get the chopped onions out, and I plan on making pasta, dude. I pour a little bit of canola oil right in my pan, start frying the onions. I get the mushrooms in there. They're nice and sauteed, sizzling. I cut up my steak, I put my steak in there, boil a little bit of water, get my pasta going, get my spaghetti going. Everything's coming together. 10-15 minutes into it, I pour the sauce all over. Oh, dude, it is delicious. Starting to smell real good. Sprinkle a little bit of salt and pepper on that bad boy. I'm like, man, things are starting to smell really good in here. Getting excited about the food is what I'm trying to tell you, right? Made the food. Came and sat down. Now, normally my days are, I'm consistently multitasking, doing this, that, and the other, much like you guys. When I'm in the house, I'm either working, writing something, painting something. Yeah, I'll talk about that in just a second. Painting some stuff, writing some stuff, listening to some music, doing a little bit of research, doing some workouts, smoking a little J now and again, enjoying myself. That's how life is, man. Just try to squeeze as much in as I can. But I'm like, right now, let's enjoy the meal. Let's turn off the music, turn off the TV, relax, have a nice meal, enjoy the food, be in the moment with the food, right? It's all about being chill. It's all about being, we'll get into it, sort of kind of zen this week, right? I come sit down on my couch, turn off the music, turn off the TV. I'm about to go in, and I don't know what happened, man. I was holding my plate in my left hand, and I was about to go in, scoop some nice pasta in my mouth. All of a sudden my left hand just went slightly like this, and everything spilled right on my lap, dude. It was horrendous. But here's the thing, man. If before COVID times, we obviously had the classics, right? If you drop it, you had the 15-second rule, you had the 10-second rule, you had the 5, 3, 1, depending on where you've dropped the food. Like if you dropped the food in the bathroom, 1-second rule, right? If it's anywhere carpeted, 15 seconds, you're good to go. So I'm just like sitting here on my couch, spilled the whole thing on my lap. Luckily, this is what I do, guys. Okay, you're about to get to know your boy on another level here a little bit. I'm opening up to you guys. So what I do is I like to maintain a neat and tidy environment. That's how I work, that's how I roll. So on my daily life, I've got this gray couch that I use for everything. I sit on it, I sleep on it, I think on it, whatever. Sometimes I get a little frisky on it by myself, right? So what I do is I've actually laid down this little tiny blanket. It's not even tiny, it actually covers Luckily, it actually is not tiny at all. It covers the entire couch. So I got this black blanket, and I lay it on the couch. So everything spilt on me. Nothing got on the couch, but it was all over me. It was all over my pants, all over my shirt, and I'm just like looking around. And it was made fresh. Smells really good. And I'm looking around like, who do I got to impress here, dude? You think I'm gonna waste this food right here? Whatever. It was a little tiny slip. So I go to town, dude. I'm like now starting to scoop it up with my hands, scooping it up, scooping, right? And it's just like dripping sauce and meat, and it's just looking all sorts of horrendous, dude. It was disgusting the way it looked. The whole scene, the whole sitch just looks so filthy. I'm just scooping it up, probably grabbing some hair in there. Let's not kid ourselves, right? Grabbing that hairy fucking pasta, putting it in the plate. Then I'm like looking at it, and the whole thing maybe took me 15 seconds to comprehend that I'm not gonna say no, and I'm gonna definitely be eating this delicious meal that I made. So I just started to go at it with the fork, dude. I started scooping it up in my mouth, ate the whole thing, and it was delicious. But my point is, what I didn't know, I hadn't spilt anything on myself in a really, really long time. I felt like a 31-year-old baby, dude. I felt like a great fucking cock, right? Just spilt everything all over myself. I'm like, this is, I need a bib right now. I needed a bib. It looked like a mess, and here's the thing, if you've not spilt anything on yourself for a little while, I had no idea, but once you spill food, it no longer actually, once it touches your clothes or anything else, it no longer really smells like food, like the delicious food that you made. It smells like throw up food, kind of. Because it's all over your clothes, especially your pants, dude. Like, I almost wear the same jeans every day, guys. And I wash it maybe once a month. So, that fucking pasta hit the pants, and it started, oh god, it was just like, did somebody throw up on me? But at the same time, when I ate it, it wasn't that bad. Point is, don't waste your food. Eat it up, especially if it's in your own home. Again, toilet, 15 seconds is not the plan. It's like a 1 second rule, but if it's in your living room, anywhere outside, it's all good. Don't worry about it. Eat it all up. Let's see, man. That was Thursday evening. I got a lot to talk about today with you guys, and as you notice, there's a new painting behind me, guys. There's a new painting behind me. I hope you guys like it. It's called Soso. And this is, again, you guys are getting to know me on another level. This goes back to my childhood a little bit, but it's associated with, it's got different meanings for me, right? Take a look at that. Soso was my childhood nickname, dude, but I wanted to I want to incorporate it somehow into moving forward into the brand, into the logo, into the lifestyle. And I want you all to become familiar with this term. I want it to kind of become like an adjective, right? I want anybody to be walking around, be like, how you feeling? I'm feeling so-so. What is so-so? Essentially, it means it's even beyond going zen, dude. Being so-so is a state of mind. Being so-so is like a lifestyle. It's kind of like Goop, but better, right? It's for the everyday folk. It's like, how you feeling? So-so, dude. I'm doing aight. You know what I mean? You had a good day? It was so-so. You had a bad day? It was so-so, dude. No matter what, it's always so-so. Take a look at that. And I hope you guys can see it. It's a little skull on the top with the little heart for a nose. I don't know if you guys can see that clearly or not, but I do want to draw your attention to the colors in the background. Top color is obviously red. The bottom color is a deep purple. And obviously the middle part is white. Now, I don't want you to be mistaken. I don't want you to think that the bottom part is black or blue. It's actually a deep purple. Unfortunately, you may not be able to see. Maybe you see a little bit of the purple on the sides where the light is hitting it properly. But essentially, I do want you guys to know that I'm fucking with purple, dude. It's looking very nice. And it's now become, I want it to become a lifestyle, dude. I want it to become just like an adjective or whatever. Just like another term that you guys use. I want it to be all over the place, right? So it's just like being chill with everything, not really letting anything get to you, and especially this time of year, and given everything that we had to deal with, we do need a new mentality, right? We do need a mentality. And here's the thing, when I say this is beyond Zen, this is what I mean, guys. This is like being Zen is kind of like being at peace with yourself and everything around you. This is on another level. Being so-so means not only are you Zen with yourself and your environment, but you're kind of active within it, you know? You're not passive. So being so-so is just the bestest, dude. I'm welcoming you guys to embrace this term, use it as much as you like, spread the word, and spread the logo wherever you like. I will be working with this, and I've been working to design other stuff as well, but multitasking. This was kind of my way of, I guess, going back to rejuvenating batteries. I needed some time to myself just to get some creative ideas out there and not think a little bit, because your boy thinks a little bit too much sometimes. Maybe some of you guys can relate to that. And yeah, whenever I do artwork, it just takes my mind off of everything. The stresses go away, and you end up with some magical stuff back there, It's all gooch, it's all so-so, that's what I'm saying. And we'll get to, you'll discover more as we go along. But for now, I'm just, drop by drop, going little by little, giving you little this, that, and the other, right? Ton of stuff that I want to talk to you guys about. I have jotted down some notes, so let's see, where do I want to begin with in terms of the talking points? Okay, so I know I've mentioned this before, right? I'm just like going through like different numbers and digits, trying to figure out how we can move accordingly and stuff, looking at the national student debt for Canada and the US, guys. I've been looking at the numbers are staggering. It's Canada going with $28 billion worth of national student debt, and the US is sitting around 1.6 trillion. Okay, give or take. Do the research yourself. Maybe the numbers are off a little bit, but do your research. Again, Canada is sitting roughly at 28 billion and the US is sitting at 1.6 trillion. So I'm just like, how can we get rid of these national student debts? Because 28 billion is a lot, but I mean, like, if we got roughly 40 million Canadians, I'm sorry, if we got 40 million Canadians, and if we were to somehow split that and tax it amongst everybody, it would come up to roughly $4,000 per individual, instead of the outrageous numbers that we got going on right now for, like, student loans. I think the average student loan debt is around like $32,000 per person. We need to figure something out, you guys, because here's the thing, a lot of nonsense has been going on, people getting upset, and rightly so. You've all been cooped up, none of you guys can work, but you do realize there's a lot of things we can change. And it doesn't necessarily mean, you bum rush to Capitol Hill and, chant revolution and blah, blah, blah. It's like, come on, guys. Let's be real. Let's talk. Let's do positive things. And you don't want a revolution. Trust me, not here in Canada, not down there in the US. We here in the West have got it so good, you guys. We're so lucky and so blessed. I'm so grateful to be alive. You guys have no idea. Some of you guys are too stressed out, are way too irrational, and I get it, but you're not thinking straight, man. If you just start with yourself, trust me. Not that I'm saying, like, here's the thing, man. If you want to educate yourself a little bit, go read about different revolutions. When things ease up a little bit, take the time to maybe travel to regions where they've had revolutions and see how that panned out for them, all right? Before you get all rattled up about having whatever that you have to put up with. We all have to put up with a lot at this time. It's not easy. It's not ideal. I'm not saying any of that. I'm not cool with a lot of stuff either. But guys, we got to get it together, right? Personal responsibilities and collective ones. Yeah, so don't bum rush nothing and you end up getting hurt. Other people have to live. And that's the thing, man. You got cops on every side too. And like cops, I feel bad for them too, because there are family members as well, man. They're everyday citizens out there trying their best, and it's like the hardest job right now. I kind of feel bad for them. Everybody's going around saying, like, let's defund the police. No, man, that's not the way to do it. You guys, we do need security. You can't just say defund the police. We do need, like, there's so many external forces way more powerful than you and I that you wouldn't want them to come in here and infiltrate our institutions and break away everything good that we've got. Trust me, you want some law and order. You don't want chaos. Chaos is not good. And this is coming from a guy that's been like, I've always lived on the outside, dude. I'm an outsider. I'm an outcast, but this is what I mean, man. You want a revolution, go to a library, pick up a book, revolutionize your mind, dude. Read a little bit, learn a little bit, then you come to appreciate the goodness in the earth and the goodness in the humanity that we've got going on. I know it's not perfect, and I don't think it'll ever be, but one by one, man, we can stand up, do the right thing, take personal responsibility, help each other out, and stop acting like knuckleheads, dude. I was so distraught last week I couldn't even like put my words together. I just like needed some time to like collect my thoughts and come in here with good energy, you guys. That's the thing, man. You want to do some revolutionary movement, dude? Start with yourself. Start with your little tiny circle. Is that like, do you have everything in your house in order? Probably not. Do you have all your relationships in order? Probably not. So none of us are perfect. What are you gonna do if you want to cause a revolution, dude? Like, you have, what's your plan after you go in there and like take over? What are you gonna do? Didn't think so, man. Nothing. It's don't be silly. Read, watch movies, go to regions where they've experienced revolutions, talk to different people, and trust me, man, you don't want a revolution. What you guys have got going on, what we all have collectively going on in the West, is a great democracy that needs a little bit of tweaking every now and again, and this is the time to tweak. So instead of asking for a revolution or doing crazy nutty stuff, do rational stuff. Come up with alternative ideas so that the next time you're I guess prime ministers and presidents are running, you can have a list of demands so that we don't actually just go ahead and just vote left or right? Because think about it, anytime you want to buy anything, right? I know this is the way I purchase things, guys, whether it's a shoe, whether it's an iPad, whether it's a car, or later on a home, I shop around. I ask a ton of questions, and I learned that actually doing, when I was younger, car sales. I noticed a lot of people are nowadays way more well informed than the actual salesperson, right? You come in, you have access to technology, you got the internet, you're going online, reading all the specs about the cars, getting all the details. How much is this financing plan? How much is this leasing plan? What's the interest rate? What are the competitors saying? If I want to buy Toyota, who's the competitor? It's Honda, Hyundai, Lexus, this, that, and the other. If I want to buy Mercedes, I gotta check out BMW, Audi, you check out your options. That's what you do. You don't just go and like buy the first thing, or like shoes. You try on the pair. You walk around Foot Locker a couple of times. Take it out into the food court, pretend you're a baller for a second. Come back and be like, I just changed my mind, dude, not comfortable. That's what I'm saying. Try it out. Do a little bit of research. But when it comes to like politicians, every 4 years, we just get all caught up in these like mob mentality and like team mentality. I'm a leftist, or I'm a rightist, or I'm a this and that, and you don't even care about their policy. You don't care what they say. You don't care what they do. It's just like, I don't even know what it is. There's no rational or proper thinking about it. So that's what I want. I want like you guys to think more outside the box and ask for demands. Like what I have as a list of demands, and I want everybody to start catching on, man. The more you actually voice your opinion, the more it's going to get heard, the more we're going to have an easier life together. Things that need to be addressed for me and you guys, because I was reading again the stats. I think in Canada and the US, roughly half the population has national student debt, or about 42%, almost half the population, give or take. Go do your own research. But what I'm trying to say is that we're not going to be able to pay off $2 trillion together almost in a matter of a short period of time, even if things were to go back. So my message here is to let's get clear with the national student debts. Let's do what Scientology did for TC, but with student loans, right? It's not your problem. It's not my problem. Don't hang on to it, dude. Don't hang on to it. Let's get clear with the national student debt, right? Because 1.6 or almost $2 trillion, that's just got way too many zeros, and it's not gonna get paid off. So from now on, we can, like, in 2021, I want every national student loan in the Western Hemisphere, at least in Canada and the US, to be eliminated, going down to zero. This is how much student loan debt I want for everybody, not just me, for everybody. This is how much I want. Moving forward, I want education to be way more accessible. I want it to be way more affordable, and it should not cost you an arm and a leg. And also in terms of when people go ahead and want to enroll in colleges and universities, when you're talking to 18, 19-year-olds, a lot of these kids, I was a former kid myself, and I had to go through that not knowing what I'm signing up for. Again, I've talked about this a million times. Education is great, but you're signing these loans, you're getting these loans that are a life sentence. There is no way you can get out of a student loan. And again, I've talked about this before. You can have credit cards, you can start businesses, you can go bankrupt, and you cannot get rid of your student loan debt. That's the only one that'll always stay there. So we need to like get rid of this slavery system. You guys need to open up your eyes. You're actually sending your kids to get institutionalized and become monetary slaves to this system that's gonna not allow them to pay that back for a very, very long time, for the majority of folks anyways. Some of you guys might get lucky in there, you know, be able to pay it off, but most of you guys, 42%, have roughly $28,000 to $32,000 worth of student loan debt, and it's not letting you grow, it's not letting the economy grow, and it's just a big, big impediment. And here's the thing, the institutions have not changed, and I've spoken to many people throughout my life, people in my own field as well, and I asked them, what did you pay for your undergraduate? And this number that they would put out was a small, tiny fraction to what I've paid and what you guys are paying today. Especially when you even think about, I don't know if you guys have ever had any friends who were maybe coming here from abroad to study. These guys are paying almost 3 times what you and I pay. So we're still lucky, but imagine if you're coming from anywhere from Asia or Africa or Europe, you have to, as an international student, pay 3 times as much. And I've spoken to many students, I've spoken to many people. These guys cannot have full-time jobs. These guys are barely making ends meet, and nobody's talking on their behalf. And it's a shame, you guys, because we're pushing people to the corner. We're pushing people to the edge, and we're wondering why they're falling off. We're wondering why they're acting a fool. It's because of the dire circumstances, the dire economic circumstances that we have collectively created together. I'm not saying this is an individual's fault or an institution's fault. I'm saying this is a time for reform is what I'm saying, okay? Moving forward after 2021, I want to see 0 student debt. This 0 student debt, I'll just say it one more time, 0 student debt. It's that easy. Moving forward, I don't want anybody to be enslaved into the educational system. You should have access to education. It should be affordable, so that essentially we want to elevate people, right? We want to elevate society. We want to have better people. What better way to have better people than education, dude? You know, especially nowadays, if you're living longer, there's all this time about talk about longevity, people living up to 150. If you can just get it together, guys. Let's get it together. If we can be, and we're consistently doing this, if we're living up to 90, 100, 120, we can just be pacing ourselves and just being more so-so. You feel me? Just being more so-so. You gotta just be chill. You gotta be more relaxed. You gotta give everybody more time. And together, we're gonna get through this, man, but we can't be doing it with silly nonsense, right? That's that. Another topic that I wanted to talk to you guys about, this one blew my mind, dude. Let me just scroll down so I read the, wrote a lot, and I'm not going to talk about everything today, but, okay, what the fuck is up with child marriages in Canada, yo? Did you guys know this? Child marriages in Canada? Study conducted by researchers at McGill University found that more than 3,600 marriage certificates were issued to Canadian children under the age of 18 between 2000 and 2018. 3,600 marriage certificates, dude, to underage kids getting married. What the fuck is that? Did you guys know about this? Yo, I read this in CTV, dude. CTV News, dog. 3,600 marriage certificates for kids under the age of 18. What? Okay. What judges are giving out these certificates? What courts are hearing these cases, you guys? Go read it, guys. Go read it online. And they talked about it okay. They talked about it and said that they're going to have a 10-year plan that by the time we reach 2030, in 10 years, this will hopefully stop. What? What are you guys talking about? What do you mean, dude? So you're telling me there's 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100-year-olds going up into courts, 3,600 of them ranging in different ages, walking up to courts, facing judges and some sort of a committee, I'm assuming, and bringing along a child bride who's potentially 16, 17, barely 18, and getting married to them? Yo. What? How do you guys even What? Okay, I can't even get out of a parking ticket, you guys. I can't even argue myself out of a parking ticket. How are you convincing a judge to let you marry an underage kid? I didn't even know this was okay. 18, under 18 guys, like 16, 17-year-old child brides. There's 3,600 of them. And they're going to take their time through bureaucracy, 10 years, hoping to... Just stop it. Stop it. If anybody rolls up to you in a court with a 16 or 17-year-old, or even an 18-year-old, dude, it's sketchy shit. Unless they're both 18. Okay, here's the thing. If you're both 16, you're not getting married, okay, under any circumstances. It's fucking weird, dude. 17, still sketch. 18, you become legal, sure, but I mean, if you're 17, oh God. And even if you're 18, dude, if somebody rolls up to you and they're in their 30s or 40s or 50s or 60s or 70s or 80s or 90s, 100? We're going to 150, you guys. Imagine one day somebody rolls up to court, 135, be like, yeah, I want to marry this 17-year-old. Please say no. Please say, where are the families? Where are the institutions? What are you guys doing? Are you serious, dude? Somebody's actually walking to court and bringing a child, and how do you even... What's the circumstance that you're trying to create or that you've created, and what are these exceptional scenarios where 3,600 young girls have been led to marriage? And this is just like, it's called child brides, but this is like fucked up shit, you guys. I mean, like, what are we doing here? And you're gonna take 10 years to make reforms in the laws and like figure it out. Here's the thing, man, like, if we set up an age, like if it's 18, stick with that. You should not, I don't know, to each their own, man, to each their own. Start your life, do your thing. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life, but 16, 17-year-olds getting married to anybody, dude, whether they're in the same category of age or older, is just nonsense. Be a regular kid, man. Have a boyfriend, have a girlfriend, go have a fucking picnic in the park. You know? Act out a little bit. Drink a little bit of beer, whatever. Smoke a little something. Don't get fucking married, bruh. 16, 17, you're getting married? Yikes. We're your parents, dude. And I know it sucks because that's the thing. Not all of us have the privilege of growing up in homes where you got two watchful eyes, and even if you got two parents, sometimes they're not even watchful, right? So the trouble that we cause ourselves is crazy. So that's especially nowadays with access to the internet, and again, every kid has a phone. Please, parents, be careful. Have a watchful, don't be that helicopter parent, but also don't be a doofus, dog, letting your kid get married at like 16 or 17. Yo, just say no. Just say no until at least, like, oh my God, even like 18 is too fucking early too, you guys. Like, what are we doing? I mean, fine, like 18-year-olds, two 18-year-olds, I guess if they were to fucking elope and get married, so be it. But anytime like this happens, like, it's so weird, and like we need to be more vigilant, you guys. We need to do more is what I'm trying to say, okay? It's but on the funny note, on the funny side of things, it got me thinking, child brides, it's a little bit sexist, dude. What about the child grooms? I mean, if you're getting the child brides, where's the child grooms, right? Equal opportunity is all I'm trying to say, you know, provide for both. Please don't. Please don't. I mean, you bunch of sick animals. You're a bunch of sick animals, you know that? Joking. I hope that we can all get together and, for the most part, you know, pull our great resources and our positive energy. There's a lot of nonsense going on in the world, man, but call me Mr. Optimist. Soso's on it. We're gonna be just chill. We're gonna be gooch. We're gonna go through this together. We're just gonna make it better and better, man. We're not gonna stop. I know I'm not gonna stop. And I think I'm gonna end it on this note, guys. I've already spoken to you guys for half an hour. It is Monday. Feeling excited. Got a lot cooking up for you guys. I've not even touched many of the things that I wanted to talk to you guys about, but that's it, man. I know you guys got a lot going on. I love you guys. Thank you for coming and checking out the videos. Please go ahead and follow me on Instagram. like the videos on Instagram. Go ahead and follow me on YouTube as well. Rob Sadri, subscribe, like the videos, leave a comment. Don't be weird and inappropriate. If you're inappropriate, I'm not going to respond. Simple as that. But if you're out there having fun, if you're goofing around, if you're just like, if you see what you like and you support me, I will support you back. Alright? Check that out one more time. Have a lovely day, you guys. I will be back on Wednesday. Take care of yourselves. Peace out, everybody.